I know first years, they have, uh, in your case, you have your other subjects, ang dami-dami. Okay? So, ang ginawa namin, uh, we see to it na yung mga modules at saka yung mga learning tasks ay uh, pwedeng gawin ng bawat isa with your own pace and self-explanatory because of course you're done with the lecture part of the whole course, which is uh, plus prelim and part of midterms. Okay? And your finals, medyo magkakaroon na tayo ng uh, mga sessions ulit na ganito because of course, uh, we will see to it that starting this week, maybe again next week, we will have another session. But of course, uh, yung ibang concerns ng mga estudyante, kinekater pa rin, especially those who have problems with their internet connections. Kaya minsan, hindi ko kayo rin mimit dahil din doon, especially with my other subject. Ang daming hindi nakakonect, kaya ang ginagawa ko na lang, video record. And ano pa, I have seen your exam. So far, hindi naman siya uh, hindi siya mababa, hindi siya mataas. Medyo mataas. Yun. Okay? Now, I want you to go back with week 12 and 13 in your LMS. And I want you to read something on the formulas and functions in Excel, no? But before that, okay, just by the way, I had given that through the presentation, I think. Okay, so just to give you an idea on what was uploaded to the or what was presented with the video. Okay, ito yon, no? I will share my screen. Yan. So for week 12 and week 13, you will see later on this type of functions. No? Actually, there are other functions there, no? Na kasama dito sa statistical functions. Now, for the sake of participation, okay, I want you to open a new workbook and make or follow the video and use the different functions. You provide your own data and then try to test those functions. How do they react with the command of the user? Or how do they react whenever there are changes with the reference cells in your worksheet, no? Kasi kapag nagbabago yung laman ng cell na naka-reference sa isang formula, there must be something na mababago dun sa laman ng iyong um, return or return value. Okay? Now, for string functions, let me just open my module for week 14. Okay. For string functions, yeah. Share the screen. Okay, for the string functions, of course, these functions or type of functions are again predefined. They are built in with uh, MS Excel, and the previous topic which was uploaded through the video presentation, through a video presentation, the statistical functions, they can be combined with string functions. Okay, so for the first type of this string function, we have your len, which counts the number of characters in a text or texts in a given cell reference. Say, for example, this particular function here, based from the picture, and a cell reference, for example, this part is a text, a simple text, which is Juan de la Cruz in a string. You will see that this one, the syntax, it is specified that text is already there and it will be counted. The characters of the name Juan de la Cruz will be counted, which is 14 on the right. But if you are to use a cell reference, say for example, you are to check a specific cell with your len function. So mauna yung equal sign, then len, and then the cell reference, which is, in this case, we have A1. Okay, so again, it will count the number of characters with the name Juan de la Cruz, which is 14. Bakit siya 14? Because of course, you will see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 characters in the name of Juan de la Cruz, but there is, or there are two spaces between those names, no? So those characters or spaces are still included in the count. Another function is your left. Okay, this one um, counts the number of, or returns the number of characters from the left with a given criteria or uh, number of characters to be displayed. Okay? So kung ilan yung in-specify mo na text or characters, the number of characters will be displayed. Such as, in this example, we have Juan de la Cruz again for A1. And the formula, which is equal sign, then left function, which is the cell reference to A1. And we will specify 4 characters to be displayed. In this case, the first 4 characters with the name Juan de la Cruz is 1. So, yun yun. Okay, ganun din kay right. Ganun din kay right. Excuse me for a while. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Okay, let's go back. So, for the case of the right function, we have also almost the same with the syntax for left function. In this case, for right, it will only take the values, or it will only return the specified number of characters from the right from a reference cell. So for example, again, in this case, Juan de la Cruz for A1 or cell A1, there are 4 specified characters in this case, and Cruz will be displayed uh, as seen in the picture. Okay. You also have mid. Si mid, merong konting difference from the other text function. Si mid kasi, you have to specify the text and then saang part ka mag-start mag-display ng characters from the reference cell or text. And then you specify the number of characters to be displayed. Makikita natin lahat yan mamaya with the demonstration. Katulad nito, okay, this is for mid function. So data and fluid for A1 and A2. Okay, 5 characters from the string above is starting at the first character fluid. So this one, A2, fluid flow, mag-start siya ng first, which is letter F. Nakikita nyo ba? Maliit, makita na lang natin mamaya. Ituloy natin doon sa main example. So concatenate naman, it joins or gathers the text from different range of cells and then join them together. Okay. We also have proper and upper. So it will make the text in proper case and then uppercase. Okay. Take note that for upper and proper, it will only change the face of the text, but you cannot mix this proper and lower text to other functions. Okay. So there are possibilities, especially if you program these things, then you can join them or you can mix them, combine them with other functions. For replace naman, papalitan niya lang yung mismong cell. Text, I mean. Okay? So hanggang dun lang, no? Ulitin natin, we have the first one, it's len, and then left and right. We also have mid and concatenate, and then proper and upper. Okay? And then you replace. Okay? So lipat tayo. So first, say for example, I have here text or different text. Just interrupt me. Mag-open lang kayo ng mic kasi hindi ko kayo nakikita kapag naka-open yung presentation. Okay? Mag-open kayo ng mic, then sabihan nyo lang ako. Okay? So, para malaki yung screen kasi ginagawa ko. Yan. Say for example, in this case, kita? Okay. So I have here text from different cells. And as you can see, I have here already the different functions from string functions, or the collection of string functions are already here. Now, what happens if I use your len function to any of the text present? Okay, first, in this case, I have used the first one, which is B3, to be applied with the len function. So, ang nangyari, pinilang niya kung ilan yung text ng meron kay B3. So, meron kayong 6. Bakit 6? 5 lang yung characters na nakikita. It is because merong isang space dito na included. Okay, as you can see, kapag nan-select ko yung cell and then i-select ko ulit, double click mo, hindi siya didikit sa letter E yung indicator. Kundi, meron isang space. But if I go back, backspace ako, and then enter, magpapalit ng 5 yung value. Okay? Or if I will put spaces at the middle, they will be counted. Okay? So, ang daming spaces na naidagdag. So, there are only 5 characters that we see. Okay? So, that's for len. It includes the spaces. Okay? Burahin natin yung spaces doon. Sorry. Para bumalik siya doon sa dati. Okay? Next, your left function. For left function, sabi natin kanina, nag-i-start siya sa left. Okay? In this case, I will use B4, the cell B4, for my text. Okay? As you can see, these things, if you hover your mouse to the, what do you call this? Hot links, there are things that will appear, no? These are hot links. Anong ibig sabihin ng left? Anong ibig sabihin ng text? In this case, no, kapag dinouble click mo or click mo sila, lalabas yung information about isa. Okay? So my text here is your B4. And then I will start, say for example, I will start my display and I will extract the word Anna from banana. Okay? So where will I start? Okay? It's not possible to display Anna here because you're not using mid. Okay? Because, of course, it will take B as the first character because we are using left. Okay? Take note of that. So, I cannot display Anna here. Ha? Okay? Baka, uy, pwede pala yun, sabi nyo. Hindi. Okay? Try lang natin. Is it possible? No. Okay? So, pag number of characters mo ay 3, so, ban ang lalabas. Then, pag 4, bana. Okay? Kaya natin itong 3. Sorry. Ban. 5. Banan. 6. Banana. Okay? So, that's how you use the left function. Sa right naman, of course, dito naman siya sa kanan mag-isa. Okay? So, gawin natin siyang display natin yung 4 characters. Ang okay? So, let's say 2 characters. So, mid naman tayo, no? Guava. In this case, meron siyang starting point, tapos meron siyang number of characters. Okay? So, B6 is your text. And then, start number is 3, which starts with letter A here. And then, ends with the number of characters, which is 5. Okay? Actually, kahit 10 pa yan or 10 pa yan, kung kulang yung number of characters, nag-end na siya ng 5, wala na siyang ibang di-display kundi yung first 3. Okay? But if you add, it will be displayed, no? Hanggang kaya nung counter. Okay? So, balik natin. Yan. So, dun sa banana kanina, try natin yung Ana. Display natin siya. Is it possible already? Ano sa palagay ninyo? Laki masyado yung screen. So, display natin si Ana from the cell B4. Okay? Start tayo ng 2. Mag-end tayo ng 3 characters. So, there is Ana. Okay? So, that's for mid. Concatenate naman, as you can see, I have here already some text being concatenated from different cells. The problem is, what if you join them as is by simply providing comma between the text. So, dikit-dikit. Okay? So, para ma-solve yung bagay na yon or problem na yon, use double quotation with space in between. Okay? In programming, we use this as special characters for us to uh, put spaces between our text that needs to be displayed. Okay? So, applicable din siya dito sa Excel kasi string ito. Okay? And then, additional space before fruits. Okay? Or are fruits that can be found in the Philippines. Okay? Maglagay tayo ng tama doon kasi this is a space. Sorry. And the space itong between B6 and the fruits in a string. Bakit kailangan ilagay sa double quotation yung are fruits that can be found in the Philippines? Because they are texts. Okay? So, in-enter natin yan. Apple, banana, mango, guava are fruits that can be found in the Philippines. Okay? Now, we would like to see the word apple in proper text. Okay? So, ganun lang din. Equal sign, then the name of the function, and then your text. Upper naman, si banana, yan. Lower, mango. Veggie, replace fruits with veggie. Okay. Para ma-identify na may pagbabago, yan. Yan. Now, for string functions, there are no problems, but problems can arise if we combine functions with other functions. Okay? Say for example, meron na kayong calculation in this case, and you are using string functions. Okay? So, ano mangyayari? So, what you're going to do is, of course, let's say, I would like to know the number of characters, the summation of the number of characters from B3 to B7. Okay? First, I will combine I will extract first information from each of them, and then I will add them. Okay? So, first, your decision is to count the number of characters from each. Okay? And then, you add them, no? But what if I would like to make use of a single line formula? Okay, it's very simple, no? In this case, I have here already the results of the counts. But I will not be using this one. Instead, I will create my own formula so that these things will be counted or will be added. They will be added together in just one line of formula. So, paano yun? Equal sign, then sum. Okay, because there is a sum function. It adds the number of values from range of cell or reference data. Okay? So, in this case, sa loob, ika-count ko muna yung i-add ko kasi These are text values. They cannot be added. Okay? Unlike numbers, of course, okay, it depends on the data type that you are to display. So in this case, I want to display a number which is, of course, responsive to the function sum. Kasi ang sum is numbers lang sinasum niya. Okay? And then, for me to convert this, I would like to count first using len function. So with the rest of the text, say banana, and then another len here, then mango, another len for guava, and then another len for fruits. Okay, so am I done? Not yet, because as you can see, if you are dealing with multiple functions inside another function, see to it that the number of open and close parentheses are even numbers. Okay? So dapat hindi siya nag-a-add kasi kapag add number siya, it means may kulang. Okay? And the shade of the outermost function is always black. No? The opening and closing parenthesis of the outermost function is always black. In this case, I will add another closing parenthesis. Okay? And then you'll have your values. Okay, this is directly counted from the characters of the text displayed from B3 to B7. Okay, for us to monitor if there are changes, if you want to add values here, okay, and then this will appear. Okay, and this will be updated, I should say. Okay, and this one, which is a separate function for len for D3, nag-update din siya, no? Pero kung ayaw mo yan, diretso ka dito. Pero, pag nahihirapan kayong idinediretso, I advise you to make use of the first technique. And then, pagsama-samahin mo sila. Okay? Now, yan. Let me just show you the content of the video reference from week 12. Ito yon laman niya, no? So I have here different functions. A function for sum. Okay. Yan. Wait lang. Sorry. Let me just show you. Okay. So this is for sum function. Bakit nagka-error doon? Kali natin si Jade. Oops, sorry. May text. Yan. Combining functions from yan. So as you can see, ito yung laman ng presentation sa kabila. Okay. So sum, then max, it takes the highest. Sa min naman, in this case, maximum on these numbers or pinakamalaki sa numbers na to ay, of course, ito. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay? And mean function naman is, of course, the lowest value from the values. Average function, of course, it depends on the selection, kung saan yung selection mo. And then count, okay, for count, this one is, of course, a function that counts the number of cells that contain numbers and counts numbers with the list of arguments. As you can see, kapag nag-click ako, lumalabas yung help button or help menu and then binibigyan yung description. So may katulong kayo or may kasama kayong mag-solve ng problem sa Excel kapag nalilito na kayo, no? In this case, medyo tig-isa pa lang, so hindi pa siya nakakalito. Count A naman, lahat daw, no? Count A counts the number of cells that are not empty in the range. So lahat ng mga nakaselect, binibilang niya, no? So each of the cell is counted. So one cell is equal to one count. In this case, I have 15 cells on the list. This is 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? Yan. For count blank naman, so in this selection, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blanks. Okay? And then count if is a different story because you have a criteria, no? So say for example, I have here reference cell or the range is from F1 to F3 to F5, for example, and then up to J5. Okay? From F3 to J5. So lahat ng values na meron dyan, titignan niya kung mas malaki sa 5. At yun ang count na i-display niya. In this case, there are 5. Okay? But if you want to add more and see to it na working yung function natin, you test the values or change the values. Okay? So, susunod dyan. Okay? So, this one follows, no? So, that's for the statistical or common statistical functions and your string functions. Okay? So, madali lang yung mga examples. Now, what I would like you to do is lahat ng statistical functions, you open a workbook and then add 2 sheets there. Dito sa baba, mag-add kayo. Pangalanan nyo silang statistical functions. Then, i-list down yung mga functions dito and then values on the right and then the test formula on the left. Okay? Together with the string function. So, dapat meron ako makitang ganito. Test values and then the name of the function and then the test functions itself. Okay? So, saan ilalagay? Madali lang. Ilagay lang doon sa mismong participation tab. I think it's a drop box doon sa week 14 and 15. Okay? So, drop box nga. Okay? So, I will exit that one and I will show you the tab. So, ito, nai-give ko na kanina, kaninang alas 10. Ang laman ng workbook ninyo ay yung test values ng statistical functions for sheet 1 and string functions for sheet 2. Okay? So halos lahat ng mga nandun sa learning content sa LMS, through LMS, pag nagawa nyo based from our examples, okay, wala na kayong magiging problema. Okay? But I will be giving you, or we will be giving you a synchronized learning task on Saturday. I think that's a quiz, in a form of quiz. You practice combining functions with other functions. You specify and count the open and close parentheses for you not to be confused. Okay? Kasi ganun yung technique. Dapat laging even yung number ng parentheses sa iyong formula. Okay? Take note of that. So that's for the demonstration for today. Any questions so far? Any question? Hello? Are you still with me? Net, do you have any question? Kanina doon sa other class, ang question nila is, teka lang, open ko ulit yung Excel. Okay, doon sa kabilang klase kanina, does len, left, right, mid, and concatenate response to the user actions whenever you change the text values. Of course, ang nangyayari kapag meron kang pinalitan doon sa text values mo, sumusunod na kaagad yung um, output based from your text. Say for example, in this case, I have here your concatenate function. Okay, I merge B3, B4, B5, and B6 together with the specific text. Okay, so kapag si B3 and B4 or B5, meron kang changes dito. Say for example, this one or this sample. Okay, yan, para malinaw, mango, banana, yan. Okay, so as you can see, your apple, where is your text? Okay, so lahat susunod na yan kapag naibigay mo na yung formula to a specific cell. Okay, pag may changes dito, magpapalit at magpapalit na yung values dun sa ginawa mong formula. Okay? So, any question? You may raise your hand pag nahihiyang mag-open ng mic. Wala?
None, sir.
None. Okay. So, ganun na muna, no? Since wala pang learning task na binibigay, kasi we considered already quiz as a learning task for the students. Okay, kasi you are learning while taking the quiz daw. Okay? And hindi na ako magbibigay ng additional learning task, kundi participation na lang, no? So, this is 15 points, I think, for the participation. Yan, 15 points. Okay? So, that's all for today's session. Thank you, and God bless you. Keep safe all the time. See you on the next meeting schedule.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yan na lang daw.